Hey everyone, how you doing, guys and gals? Today I'll be talking about a movie called The House with Laughing Window. And this movie is an Italian movie. A lot of people say it's a giallo. To me, it's more of a mystery suspense thriller movie because when you see a giallo movie, it does have a different vibe when you can see the killer, but you don't know who it is, and it like gets through the mystery with the plot twist. Like this movie, I don't feel like it had any. It had like little giallo moments, but it's not like anything that's unpredictable though. It's like predictable, because that's what to me a giallo is. Be predictable, because you don't know who the killer is gonna be, and it's like who's this, who's that. While this movie is already telling you straight flat out, and you can figure it out when you watch this movie. That's how easy this movie is. And I guess because I watch a lot of these movies in horror, especially the giallo genre, a lot of Italian movies, it's easy for me to pick up on stuff. With that being said, let's talk about this movie. The movie's about this guy, right? He's like a artist, like a paint restorer, like he restores painting, and he was hired by the guy that owns the town to restore this painting in the church. And once he restores his painting, he started noticing things that's kind of odd about the painting, about the guy that's got stabbed in the painting, and there was like these two females, and he's drawn into the mystery of this painting. And once he started finding out the story, and by the way, let me just say right off the bat before continue with this review is going to contain spoilers because this movie is so rare, it's really hard to see it online. I was just fortunate to get a copy, and even though it cost me $5.99, but hey, why not? By the way, on eBay, thank you for the $5.99 used copy with that dirty ass DVD or with Markham marks written all over it. But anyway, the DVD was working. But besides that, let's get to the point. Spoilers is gonna come forward. I will spoil this movie for you. Anyway, the he started doing an investigation, want to know about these two girls that stabbing this guy. He started knowing this history of the house, history of the town, history of the painter, that the painter was a madman. And he has these two sisters that goes out looking for victims so they can be tortured and killed, and the painter will get his inspiration from the victims. And I don't know, man. I wonder if this movie could be pre Evil Dead because this movie came out in '76 and Evil Dead came out in the '80s. Because there was a scene with the tape recorder and it was super creepy. It felt like the tape recorder scene from the first Evil Dead movie, how it was. So I don't know if Sam Raimi got some inspiration from this movie, and also Sleepaway Camp. Yeah, spoilers. I just I was gonna spoil it for you, um, because we do have an LGBT ending to this movie. But let's keep continuing a little bit. Um, the art, art restorer. That's what I'm gonna call him, art restorer, because he restores painting. Like I said, he just want to find out the mystery of these two sisters, and he had to find that they are still alive, and he wants to figure it out. Like, are they really still alive? Is the painter still alive? He started talking to people in the town. One of the town is a drunk who has a little bit more knowledge of who this painter is. He found clues. There was a scene when he was talking to the priest about he found this picture of the two sisters and this is what they look like. And every time he found out that the painting was destroyed, like they were trying to hide the evidence. Um, but especially the scene with the church scene with the priest. How can you make it too easy to give it away? Yeah, spoiler. But just to continue on, yeah, because if you look at the picture in the face, you're gonna figure it out already. Like when you look real close. But I said to myself, how are they gonna set it up? That's the question. How are they gonna set it up? Are they really gonna do it like this? Or are they gonna shock me? But anyway, you also got to also fell in love with the school teacher. She ended up living in the creepy house. As the movie progressed, people start dying pretty much. He goes back to the house, found out that the girl that he likes is dead now, and he goes to the cops, and the body is disappearing. The evidence are gone, and they think he's crazy. He gets this phone call from the girl that he's so dead, but now thinks she's alive. So he goes to the house and find out the first sister, who happens to be the landlady, which is like off the bat you already know. that it is her anyway, and telling her that her brother is dead, but they kept his body in a closet, keeping his body preserved with gasoline. And then the second sister starts stabbing the guy, right, the other guy. And you look at the body weight, the height of the second sister. They show the face, but it's pretty obvious who that is. Stab the guy, the art store, and he's running around town trying to ask for help. Nobody in the town did not want to help him, which is pretty obvious that the town was behind it all this time, also helping these two sisters, covering the evidence. Because these two old ladies, come on, man, you think they're gonna cover their tracks like this? They need extra help. So it was pretty obvious it was them. Even the guy that hired the art store to come to the island to let's restore this picture. They want to help him out, which I thought was super fucked up even more. That's the twist ending right there. Like, you hired this guy, but now you want him dead? That's fucked up. But he ended up calling the police, so I guess the police came at the end of the movie, I guess. Well, anyway, he goes to the church. The priest is trying to help, priest is helping him out. The always start telling the priest, I know the two sisters, they're alive, they're alive, they're alive. And you look at the priest, of course, like I said at the beginning of this review, you can tell the picture looked like the priest, which is pretty obvious that the priest, yes, the plot twist to a lot of people that's shocked by it. The priest is the second sister, and then the priest took out her uniform reveals his, her tits right in front of his face, and of course the landlady sister comes out in the behind the hallway, like the curtains, and they start laughing, leaving the face to the guy that is he gonna survive this or is he gonna die? Hey, you got two against one, so you figure it out. And the two sisters are crazy. And then at the end, when the credits rolling up, you see like a hand on the tree, which I'm gonna presume is the police officer. Um, yeah, and that was the ending of the movie. So, all in all, this movie, I would say that it's no giallo. And if you see a lot of these movies, you know you can pick up on stuff. I thought the movie was good. I did like the acting. I did like how the story of the two sisters and the painter, how how crazy they are anyway. Let me say like a maniac they are. They were psychopaths. And the twist ending for people that's new to this will be surprised, will be a shocker. So I thought that would be good also. So I'll give credit for that too. People that's expect this, it's like, okay, it's a typical good movie, but yeah, it's really more of a mystery drama, thriller suspense, which I feel like does live up to the hype. So I should definitely check this movie out either way. Anyway, peace out and see you later, guys and gals.